Yep. Knife dope. More dope. Come and get your fix. What's up, fuckers? Your boy's back with a fresh batch of dope. Knife dope. That's right, people. The hits don't stop. Got a new batch of dope that was sent my way from a fine gentleman by the name of Brandon Thrasher. I'm positive he's got a YouTube channel. I'm just not privy to the name of that channel, but I'm sure he's probably got more followers than me. And so if you're not following his channel, please start. Brandon is part of my one of my pass around groups, so he sent me something that I'm really looking forward to. I know. I say that shit about everything, but I ain't shitting you. We got something good in here. Something that I've never experienced from a company that I've never experienced. So let's get into it. But first, if you do enjoy the content, I'd ask that you would share, like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe, goddammit. It does help the channel. It does trick that algorithm, and it does help your boy to go viral. Okay, enough of that shit. Today's unboxing knife is a recent acquisition that I have started to fall head over heels over. Yeah, it's got one glaring issue that I don't like, but I've seemed to have gotten past that. I've dialed it in, and I went ahead and Loctited the pivot, and I love it. And that is the Miguron Carex 2. Look at that fucking action, boy. Look at that goddamn action. D10 is dialed the fuck in. KPL down to the socks. And she's a good one. Enough of that. Let's get to this. All right. No addresses present. No nothing. I don't know if there's any notes in here or anything, so we shall see. But yeah, there's a lot of guys that I don't necessarily know what channels they operate or whatnot. I just don't really watch YouTube that much, full disclosure. I know that's kind of weird. You would think that if you do videos on YouTube that you'd be all up in the mix, but I ain't built like that. All right, we got one from Giant Mouse. And like I had mentioned in the intro, I've never had a Giant Mouse. I've never seen one in person. Let's drop the top on this bitch, shall we? Get a little bit up close and personal now. Okay, the one we're taking a look at from Giant Mouse today is the Atelier. Atelier, I think is how they pronounce that. I had, when this first dropped, it looked good, you know. It's from Italy. So shout out to my Italy brothers and sisters out there. But I have heard on several other channels that they run their steel soft, you know, that's kind of been the theme that I've heard with them. But I've also heard that they make some great knives. And actually, I lied to you. I do have one knife that is Italy made in the collection, and we'll go over that here in a second. But here it is, the Atelier. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. Blade is centered out the gate. Got a little bit of weight to it, not much. All right. There it is up close. Take a look at it, and then we'll go over it. Nice titanium knife. All right, the Atelier. This one comes in at $285, so goddamn just under $3. So here you see it up. Oh shit. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, it's a liner lock. I got it. I see it. Man, talk about lacking fucking access to that goddamn lock bar. That is insane. Maybe I'm doing it in the wrong spot. Let's try this again. No, it still sucks. Okay, let's go over the specs right quick. Overall length on this knife is coming in at 6.8 inches. Handle length is 4 inches. Our blade length is 2.87 inches. We've got a blade stock thickness coming in at 118 thousandths. Nice swedge there at the tip. This is an L-Max blade steel with a satin finish. We have titanium handles here with some diagonal milling going on. It actually looks good. This is a liner lock though. Very smooth, I will give him that. I believe this is a Voxnez design. You can usually tell because of the cutout, but I'm almost positive he's affiliated with Giant Mouse. We've got appears to be it looks like a brass backspacer there. It's got to be because there's some weight to it for sure. Not a fan of the way they got that lanyard hole, that's for sure. Weirdos rejoice. They've got, seems like way too many goddamn screws that are more than necessary here. We got 5 on one side and 5 on the other side. Knife is deployed via the cutout. We've got a drop point blade with a little bit of poon action there. No choke up to speak of, so not getting that full purchase that we demand, that we love. The scales they do have a slight contour to the scales. They are chamfered here on the edges as well. I think at one time I had heard that Giant Mouse was OEM by Riot. Don't quote me on this one per se. I do get somewhat of a Riot vibe from this. I mean, fit and finish. The tolerances are tight, I can tell. The biggest issue I'm having out the gate, my goodness, is this lock bar access. Granted, they went ahead and they jimped that, and you can see that it's ever so slightly going past your show side scale. It doesn't fucking feel like it. Not at all. So not a fan of that. They did give us a little bit of sharpening life. They did avoid the plunge on that, but not by much. In hand, it feels okay. I don't feel any hot spots to speak of. I expected a little bit more, to be honest with you, man. I had heard some good things about it, but I had also heard a couple of bad things or whatnot. But pocket clip is a wire pocket clip that is right or left hand tip up carry. And the overall weight on this is 4.2 ounces. That seems a little heavy for a sub 7-inch knife, but it is what it is. Let's see something here. I hope to God no, they didn't. Yes, they did. They gave us stainless steel fucking liners. Goddamn near a $300 knife, titanium handles with stainless steel. That's insane. Yeah, D10 is kind of. I mean, you gotta make an effort to deploy it. If I try to fail it, I can fail it. Yeah. It is very smooth though. I will give him that. I don't want to have this be a shit party on him. I just don't think. I'm just glad that I didn't pull a trigger on this. Minimal billboarding, which I'm a fan of. The only writing on here is the Ace logo with the LMAX blade steel. That's all you're gonna get. Let's put up some other knives for some visual size comparison. Knife flexing time. First up's going to be the Sage 5 lightweight rendition with the Parson Bladeworks scales. Hands down, I can tell you that's a better knife than what we're looking at for far less. Next up, some American vibes. We got the Benchmade mini grip in the house. So the Atelier is basically about the size of a mini grip, it looks like to me. You know, my eyes have been known to fail me once or twice, but I'm gonna go with that. Let's put up some mo. A recent knife that is far less cheaper, but I'm really enjoying, and I was late to the party on. That is the Mini Beluga from Petrified Fish. That's a great knife, people. Under $50 fucking, man. I mean, it's just, it's really impressing me. So there you see that. Next up, the legendary Native 5 from Spyderco. This is the S90V in fluted carbon fiber scale version. Probably my favorite Native 5 in the collection, I would venture to say. So you can see there that the Ace is about dead money with that Native 5. So if you got a Native 5, that's basically what you're looking at. Let's do 2 more. God damn it, 2 more. My only knife in the collection with those Italy vibes and it's legendary. And that is the Urban EDC Supply F5.5, baby. Now that is a hell of a knife. Wonderful action, wonderful ergos, wonderful detent, fit and finish. Riyadh is the OEM on that F5, so that's to come expected. Last but surely not least, one of the favorite Kaisers that I've experienced, that is going to be the Drop Bear. This is the premium version with the LMAX, or rather with the 20 CV and the toxic green fat carbon scales. Once again, those three seem to be dead money. So if you got either of these knives, they're about the same size as that Atelier. Not very impressed, people. I don't know. The price tag is the main component. That and the lack of the lock bar access is enough to do it for me. Definitely, this should not be $285 in my honest opinion. But in today's climate, these prices just continue to rise, man. I mean, if you wanted a titanium handled knife with stainless steel liners, that's better than this, I'd say get the Devo Mash. 139 bucks before, or maybe 135 before the discount code. Granted, they are sold out, but that's a better knife than this for sure. But there you have it, man. What do you fuckers think? Am I tripping? Do you have this Ace Atelier in your collection? Are you thinking about getting it? If you are, let me talk you out of it. I'm just fucking with you. Love you, mean it. Until the next time, cut something, cut someone. Just don't cut yourself. Stay dangerous, fuckers.